What's up, y'all? It's your girl. So, January is Thyroid Awareness Month. The second full week in January is Graves' Disease Awareness Week. I suffer from Graves' disease, so I think it's important that I talk to you guys and spread some awareness about the disorder. I also want to help individuals who have the disorder better understand what they're going through and also inspire ones who think they may be suffering from thyroid or Graves' disease to get help. The thyroid is a major hormone in our body. It is responsible for so many different functions, from hair loss, hair growth, weight gain, weight loss, our sex drive, our menstrual cycle, our heart rate, our metabolism, our appetite, our energy levels. As you can see, the thyroid has so many different responsibilities, and our body cannot live without the thyroid. But it does have a tendency to cause some imbalances in the thyroid. And when those imbalances occur, you either have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. Now, hypothyroidism is basically when your body is not producing enough of the thyroid hormone. So it starts to slow everything down as far as your metabolism, your heart rate, your energy, and hyperthyroidism is basically the opposite. It is when your body is producing too much of the thyroid hormone. So everything starts to speed up and overwork, such as the metabolism speeds up, you may lose weight, you may gain weight, your heart rate speeds up, you have blood pressure problems, and so on. Now, also with the hyperthyroidism, some people can develop Graves' disease. Now, Graves' disease is an autoimmune system in which it attacks the tissue in the front of the lower leg, causing the lower leg to swell. You may get a rash. You may have some discoloration. And now this is because the thyroid develops antibodies on the gland, and it makes excessive amounts of thyroxine, which is a hormone. So when that happens, that's what causes it affects the tissue on the lower leg. Now, it also affects the eyes. That is one of the major symptoms of the Graves' disease. So what it does, it attacks the eye muscle in the back of the eye and the thyroid muscle that's in the back of the eye, and it causes the eyes to protrude out. So that is why I have the eye bulging. And it also puts fatty tissue around the eyes, the upper part of the face, and the lower part of the face around the thyroid gland area. Now, to me, that's one of the worst symptoms of having the thyroid disorder, because comes with that is you have vision problems, and you also have eye pain in the eye area. Now, on a serious note, there have been cases where people develop thyroid cancer. Now, thyroid cancer is basically when you have abnormal lumps and cells that are cancer cells on the thyroid gland. Now, the thyroid gland is here. That's why when you go to a doctor or you see your endocrinologist, they're feeling for your thyroid gland here. So they want to make sure it's not swollen, or if there are any lumps on the thyroid gland. Now, if there are any lumps or anything on a thyroid gland that indicate thyroid cancer, what they do is go in and remove that thyroid gland completely, and take it out, make sure the cancer is not spreading to anywhere else. And the treatment for any type of thyroid problem is basically radiation, and it's a liquid radiation that you drink in a doctor office, and for 7 to 10 days it's basically working in your system, and it's killing the antibodies that are forming on the thyroid gland that is causing the imbalance in the thyroid hormone. Now, during this time that you are full of high levels of radiation, you cannot be around children, the elderly, and men. Now, it attacks children and men and elderly in so many different ways. But I found it interesting because the men, it makes them sterile and it lowers their sperm count. So it's very important that you stay away from them, especially if you have a mate and you guys are trying to conceive a child. Now, you also have to stop eating out of glasses or using forks or spoon, any other items that somebody else is going to use. Even though you're going to wash those items, it is important that you don't use them because the radiation still remain on those items. So you have to use paper plates and cups and all that stuff during the time that you're doing the radiation treatment. And anything that you use within those 7 to 10 days, you have to throw away. Now, it was hard for me because my daughter wasn't even 1 yet, so I had to send her away to my grandparents' house, and then I couldn't be around my boyfriend, so it was kind of hard, but I understood it, but I felt like a lonely person trapped in this bubble all by myself for 10 days. It was driving me insane. Now, to me, living with Graves' disease is very hard because it controls so many different functions in my body. As far as my moods be all over the place. I never know if I'm sad or angry or happy. Like, it just all of a sudden comes on me and I get so depressed. And that's another thing. When you have a thyroid disorder, it mimics depression so much because the same symptoms of depression are the same symptoms of thyroid. So when you see a psychiatrist or a therapist, they always asking you whether or not you have had your thyroid checked because they want to make sure that you're not suffering from thyroid problems. And also, you know, it does take away my sense of like just urge to get up. I can't get up. I don't want to do anything because I'm just so tired. My weight changes all the time. It's very hard for me to lose weight no matter how much I try. So it's just a struggle having to live with the Graves' disease. But I want to encourage those who is suffering from it just to stay on your medication and fight through it because there is an upside to it, and it won't always be like this. Sometimes it takes a while for doctors to get your levels under control. And how they treat your thyroid problems is basically you take a Synthroid or levothyroxine and you take that for the rest of your life because they've killed your thyroid with the radiation treatment, or if you had thyroid cancer, they remove the thyroid gland so your body no longer has that thyroid. So what that medicine is doing is giving you that supplement, that hormone that your body needs to function and command all those different responsibilities that the thyroid is supposed to do. So with the medicine, you either take it once a day on an empty stomach or you take it at night on an empty stomach. Now the thing is that it does cause some nauseousness and some upset stomachs when you take the medication because you are taking it on an empty stomach. But it is best to take it on an empty stomach because it does not do well with other medicines or caffeine. So it's best that you drink a glass of water when you're taking the medication. So this is my little snippet on a thyroid disorder. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you're suffering from this disorder, please do everything your doctors is telling you to do. Take your medication and just continue to fight through it, and everything is going to work out fine. And if you're someone who may think that they have the thyroid disorder, please get help because the longer you wait, the other health problems that can develop with this disorder. And also, there are a couple of celebrities who suffer from this disorder, like Missy Elliott. She has a Graves' disease awareness foundation where she helps individuals with Graves' disease, and she raised money for the disorder. Wendy Williams suffered from this disorder as well. She had a couple recent episodes where she had to take off of work because she was sick with the Graves' disease. So if you look at all three of us, you see it does affect us in different ways. Some of us are skinny, some of us are bigger or whatever, but it does, the common thing is that it attacks all of our eyes. So that's just the common denominator with everybody. So I just thank you guys and just love yourself, and just remember to support everything that you're doing no matter what. Thank you. Have a good one.